talk about using the drills to do your coaching. And what do we mean by that? When you coach high school and you have advanced players, you need a solid foundation. So drills work because of focal points. So watch this next hitting session. As they're hitting, you want to coach them on doing certain things. What are the focal points? What would you tell these players to work on? Simple things. Hit only forehands. Right? Or get the racket back before the ball bounces. A little bit late there, see? Transfer weight forward. There's no weight transfer coming forward. Why hitting backhands? Okay? And these are the things you need to work with the advanced player. These guys are good, but they're making small errors. They're not moving any weight forward. A little bit late in preparation. Hop steps. You should never take a hop step. Common errors are always going to be late preparation. No body weight transfer forward. Hitting the weaker shot, the backhand as opposed to forehand. And lazy feet taking hop steps. I like to focus on late preparation because that's very obvious and that's easily fixable. The body weight transfer also is a point that you need to do, but remember when you coach, you focus on one of these four things. You don't focus on all four. So normally I just focus on late preparation first. The first drill, you're just hitting cross courts. But as opposed to just hitting cross courts the way they were doing, you hit only forehands. And you can play the point out this way. Start with one ball feed, rotate feeds, play out the point cross court. You can play singles only, you can doubles, depending on what level your players are at. Doubles works because there's more space with the alleys, but singles into the alleys, singles into singles is pretty good, and it's a tough workout also. If you have a player that's lefty-righty, they could do the same thing even though you have a lefty, because you make the lefty hit forehands also. And that's going to work because that's real tennis. Because in a real tennis match, a right-handed player will try to play the lefty like a lefty would play a righty. The right-handed player will hit cross-court forehands to their backhand. There's a difference in positioning though. If the lefty is yellow, he will play in the doubles alley, while the righty will play more in the middle. That way the righty will have more forehands and the lefty will have more forehands. You need to talk to them about this positioning in the drills so that when they play the matches, they get in the habit of watching where the court is in terms of their position. So remember, the lefty is the lefty, he's going to hit only forehands, and the righty is the blue, he will only hit forehands. So he has to play more in the middle, the lefty plays more in the alley. And you want the positional element in every drill. You want the drills to be realistic, and you have to reinforce your playing philosophy. And this is the second rule. They must know where their forehand is. So from that little line to the right, it's all forehands. And then you hit an offensive backhand in the blue, defensive backhand from the alley. And you get in the habit of playing these drills over and over again. Just keep harping at them. Where are you in the court? What shot are you hitting? Why did you hit that shot? Your opposition. If you get opposition, how are you going to hit an effective shot? Play the rules in the drills, and that way when they play the games, it's a lot easier. Now you can do doubles too with live ball hitting, and do 2 at a time to give a feel of the court. What do I mean by 2 at a time? It's all about maximizing court time. So you have the blue and yellows rallying with each other, and they work on angles and they work on being next to each other. They're not playing. They could play the forehand drill, but if there's a lefty, you have to watch out that the lefty's not in the middle of the court. But they can work on playing cross courts and working the point, because in a real match, they have to know where the opponents are also. So this kind of teaches a ball opponent awareness and court awareness. It also maximizes use of court time. Then you can play 1 ball versus 2. So there's 2 people playing, but you only play 1 ball, and you play out the point, doubles. Start from the baseline. You can let them come to net, or you can stay back. There's a lot of variants on this. We'll talk about that in another video. But it's important to have 2-on-2 and people playing. That way they know who gets the middle ball, where the forehand is, and how to coordinate working together for a ball. Like the ball is put really wide, the person moves with the other partner. It starts with the fundamentals of doubles, which is just 2-on-2 from the baseline. Other 2-on-2 drills that are fun, and this is a simple one, but a really fun one, is you do alternating hits. So 2-on-2, I hit the ball on the yellow, my partner hits the ball on the yellow, I hit the ball. And we're playing 1 ball between the 2 of us. He hits it, then I come in, I hit it, then he comes in, and we just go back and forth. Some people call this ping pong tennis. But the idea is just get the footwork going and to know how to position yourself in the court and how to play the point out so you can eliminate the ball. Because Ideally, I hit the ball and my partner must anticipate where the opponent will hit the ball to get the next shot in play. If you in need of court time, you can play cross court like this and you alternate. So they're playing cross court and I hit the ball cross court, my partner hits the next ball, and next to me is another team doing the same thing at the same time. You're playing different balls, but you're playing all balls cross court and you have alternating. This way you can occupy 8 people for kind of a long time. It's kind of fun too. It's a good workout too, done correctly. Because you can bring them to the net, you can push them back to the baseline, you can do funny, crazy things. Finally, do individual training playing the width of the court. And what I mean by that is, as opposed to doing the normal cross-court hitting, you want them to think of it like they're playing doubles. So they're playing the width of the court. They're aiming for the alleys. Because when you play doubles, you want to isolate the weaker partner, and you're going to end up hitting cross-court to the weaker partner, and you want to keep the ball away from net man. So by doing this individually, cross-court forehand, you really work on the width of the ball. Playing the width of the court. Hit the ball shorter, pull them into the alley, pull them into the alley. The key to live ball hitting is to make sure you focus on the focal points and give them targets to hit. And then you transition to match play and you have to harp on what you worked on previously. That is the biggest key and the hardest thing about the drill. Sometimes you just do drills but you forget what they're all about. But if you're doing the same drills and you're focusing on the key points, after a while the kids already know what you're working on. Then you can build upon the next level of the drill and work on something beyond what you've been working on before. Now, when they serve the wide serve to open the court, you have two-way coaching. You can coach the server and you can coach the baseliner. If you're coaching the server, you tell them why did you do reversal on the server, and he should say because of the backhand on this high ball here. If you're a returner, you're like, why didn't you recover the middle of the court? And you can say my forehand. You want them to articulate the reasoning behind their shot selection. So use the drills to do the coaching, and always try getting a live ball activity going. And finally, coach consistently by using the same drills and coaching on the same points. Or buy my book.